Starting a business at a young age might sound exciting, but there's a lot of things that people don't tell you. I started my company when I was just 21 years old, and believe me, the journey I had was not what I expected. For those who are new here in this channel, hey guys, my name is Daniel. I currently run a technology company that focuses in AI for businesses. And over the past few years of building this business has taught me a lot of lessons that I feel like a lot of young entrepreneurs should know. So when I first started out this business, I always had a feeling that every single entrepreneur has their own way, has their own skill of doing things. But the more I meet people, the more I get connected, the more I understand that everybody is still trying to figure it out. And one thing for sure, something about business that I understand is that it's always full of experiments, failing, and learning. For any of you out there young entrepreneurs like me, let me just tell you this. You're definitely gonna fail. I know it's not something that you might want to hear, but you gotta understand that failure is the key to success. What I understand, the key of success is when you fail first. What that means is that you will learn your mistakes early, you'll be able to identify your mistakes and the methods that you've done wrong in order for you to improve as quick as possible. So that for the next idea or next opportunity you do, you will be able to do 10 or 100 times better than you already have. As I said, business is definitely a constant process of failing, experimenting, and trials. Make sure you guys fail, but make sure it's a constructive failure where you are learning from your mistakes every time. The next thing I learned quickly about the business is that the key in every single business is sales. Every single business is the same. The main objective of business is to actually make money, to generate revenue, to generate profits. And the key element of generating all of this income is sales. I mean, you can have the best product, the best technology, the best team, and the best idea. If nobody's going to go and sell it, then the business will not go anywhere. So there are a lot of lessons that you need to understand when it comes to selling. It all comes back down to how do you identify who is the right clients and the prospects to be working with you, and how are you going to propose any type of idea that you might have that will benefit their business. And of course, you'll have to understand that closing the deal has to be done during the face-to-face interaction. For example, in order for you to set meetings, you're going to have to generate your leads. So this could be through your social media platforms, through LinkedIn, through Instagram, to YouTube, to TikTok, however the type of audience that you might convey and get. One pro tip will definitely be the networking event. For example, any exhibitions or any summits or any expos, make sure you are the first one to be there, ready to network, ready to exchange your business cards, and to find opportunities, because that is where most of the deals are made, when you are with the person face to face. We live in a day where everything is conducted online. All your meetings is conducted online, all of your prospects are found online. But I still believe on the roots where we need to actually meet the person, build a relationship with the customer in order to identify their needs and to then propose a solution that will help their business in a win-win situation. So certain skills, you definitely need to know how to create your presentation. So your PowerPoint needs to be your best friend. You also need to understand on how to build your pitch deck properly, and of course your proposal format, because different type of, for example, you're dealing with the government or if you're dealing with the private sector, these are two different types of key areas that you will be able to identify what kind of products and what kind of solutions and how you're going to convey that message to the right audience. But of course, entrepreneurship is very exciting, but it's very, very, very lonely. The reason I say this is that your mindset sometimes changes, your priorities changes, you're fully focused in building your business on trying to meet the numbers, on trying to be on top, ahead of the market. And sometimes, most of the times, people around you does not really understand what the circumstances in your life are in the present moment. They don't really understand the journey that you're currently building. And that's okay. The way I deal with this is that I understand that this is a hard journey and it's a personal journey. So always take time to focus on yourself, look after yourself, go to the gym and play some sports, still be in your network, because at the same time, you will definitely find all of these like-minded people who are currently struggling, building their own business, trying to build an empire and trying to live their life to the fullest. Because there will be some people that you will leave behind, some people will leave you behind even, and that's okay. Just focus on your personal journey and your personal growth in order to become the best person you can be. Because every single entrepreneur has the discipline. And the discipline is the most important thing. In my opinion, discipline matters more than any motivation that you might ever have. Motivation is definitely temporary, but the decision and the discipline to wake up every single morning at 6 a.m., 7 a.m., 5 a.m., do your morning routine, head to your workplace, and carry on building the business 24/7. And when you continue to build your business, when things are not certain, you don't know if you're able to make the money, make the sale, that's discipline. Because many of the young entrepreneurs or friends that I have around me, even myself sometimes, we always have the feeling of thinking of the short-term goals. That's one of the biggest mistakes us young entrepreneurs usually make. This is because that when we focus on all the short-term goals and all the instant gratification of closing that one particular deal, closing that one particular sale, it creates a special buzz for the short term. However, it does not become scalable. Business is all about scale. For example, imagine if you have a franchise restaurant, or if you have a bakery, or if you have a shop, you want to have more than one shop by the end of the year. You want to scale to 10, maybe 20 shops by the end of the year. So as far as an entrepreneur is concerned, definitely scaling is the most important thing. So thinking of the long-term goals. Because definitely, whatever you're building right now, whether it be a shop or an AI business or a cafe or selling coffee or whatever it might be, it is definitely a long process. It doesn't take short time. It probably take days, weeks, months, years, even decades sometimes. But the key message is to definitely stick through it. Go 100%. Do not be lazy. Do not be unmotivated. And most of all, focus on your discipline. At the end of the day, I'm still early in this journey, and whoever's watching this, you might also still be early in your journey, and that's okay. But these lessons and how I view it have already shaped me as a person on how I approach business and also my life in general. And if you're someone who's trying to build something too, make sure you get connected. Follow me on all my social medias, on my LinkedIn. You can DM me your ideas on my Instagram and my TikTok. You can also follow me there. And just remember, the process isn't always smooth, but I can tell you it's definitely going to be worth it.